She just jumped straight into it here, I think. Let's just get to the beginning again. I'm like scared. I'm not even going to scroll down. Okay. I'm not going to scroll down. I'm going to wait until it breaks. No, maybe I should scroll down so that I know which part it's going to break at. Maybe I won't scroll down. Because like, oof. In the previous one, I knew it was going to break because I looked at the comments first. So I was expecting it. But in this next one, maybe it's best not to do it. Maybe it's best not to do it. Hey, you just bought some blueberries because they looked so good, but you have no idea what they actually taste like. Hopefully no disappointment in the near future. Blueberries frozen or fresh. They're very different. Frozen and fresh. So blueberries are not the sweetest berries that you can get. Fresh. Oh, nice. Yeah, they're pretty good. Fresh is sweeter than frozen. Frozen's kind of weird because they freeze them as soon as they ripen. They like flash freeze them. It's an interesting process. Fresh, they get to the ripeness where they like, oof, man, they have just the right amount of sweet. And I think that it's one of the easier to like berries. It's like a lot of people don't like raspberries because people will say raspberries are a little bit too, not the sour is not maybe the word. They're just a little intense. So raspberries are not like, you know, so they're not a favorite for a lot of people. Blackberries, it's sort of the same thing. Some people don't like the texture because you can taste the pips in there. Not always, but sometimes. And it's just, you know, it's not always great. Strawberries, I don't really like strawberries. There you go, Dave. I'm not a huge fan of strawberries. I just don't. I've never really been a strawberry guy. I don't like strawberries that much, personally. But, I mean, like, Lillian loves it. Proper strawberries? I live in South Africa, man. All the fruit and veg here is real proper. Water pumped massive ones? No, like, you can get all the different types. You can get water pumped massive ones. You can get organic ones. You can get good ones. You can get bad ones. And it costs like a nothing. It costs a nothing. But strawberries are nice. They're nice. Yeah, it's great. But I still struggle to have power for even 16 hours out of a day. At least I got good fruit. Shit. Dude, it's insane how cheap it gets here. So when it's like full on strawberry season, right? Then you can pay as little as like 10 Rand for a punnet of strawberries. And it's like real good shit. Not even bad. 10 Rand being like, it's less than $1 for a punnet of strawberries. And it's like 300 grams strawberries. Sometimes it's like 15 Rand for 500 grams of strawberries. And you're like, whoa, man, what the hell? You're basically giving this away for free. But, hey, again, they're definitely not giving the power away for free. Dried cherries are the best berry option. Cherries in general are probably my favorite as well. 15 Rand, isn't that like a cent? It's $1 exactly. Basically $1. Cherries are fantastic. Love cherries, dude. But again, not the fake cherries. Not those shitty ones that you put on cakes glazed. No. I mean real cherries. Nice. When we were younger, we used to go to like berry, cherry, strawberry farms to go and pick. Because they like, you pay like a small amount to go into the farm, and they let people come in when it's late in the picking season and they know that they can't pick everything before it goes off. And then you pay a small amount at the gate, you go in and you can pick as much as you want. You can literally pick as much as you want. And yeah, you go crazy. And it's kind of fun. We used to do that quite a lot. And my mother always, nowadays, she drives to the local berry farm here and she buys bulk berries for freezing and stuff like that. Anyway, pick and eat, yeah. Pick and eat. Well, pick and throw in your boot, because that's what people do. You take bags with and you throw it in your boot. They encourage it because it's a massive farm as far as the eye can see, and they can't pick all that shit. So, when we left off yesterday, we had just done a lot of script stuff for our bullet, the enemy factions, and then also the colors. So like the faction identities. It's kind of cool. But we expanded on that today.
Welcome back. We're going to continue where we left off from the last video where we had set up all of the different allied factions. In this one, we're going to be creating the enemy ship's different behaviors. Alright, so I'm now going to head over to the parent enemy ship, because the first thing I want to do is set up the kind of common behaviors for the ships.
Oh god.
And the common properties. So
I don't know why, but it just makes me nervous already when we're going over to the parent enemy ship.
Now all we're doing is inheriting from our parent. I also want to add a few more variables. So again, make sure we're inheriting.
So this always makes me nervous, man. Because it's like inheriting, but then it's not even at the top of the hierarchy. Because above this is the actual whole enemy faction. So I guess they just want the ships to be inheriting this AI. It's so... Okay.
Right, parent.
So let's follow along before I lose her. What she's doing right now is she's going to... Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. It's such a nice thing to see when we jump in. What she's doing now is she's going into the objects. And she's going into the parent enemy one. And she said override. But I don't know if that's right. Should I put this in still? Or is this being inherited from... This is being inherited, right? Yes, there it is. It's being inherited. Okay. So, override. And then we're going to be like... inherited. I can't remember the command. She was just typing it there. Event inherited. I am going to wait with the code... with the description, because I don't really know what's happening. I don't know what she's doing yet, so let's just start with this, and we'll take it from there and see what she does. Yeah, so load shedding, dude, it's so weird. They flip-flopped again. It's like they said with load shedding, oh, you know, hey guys, it's a long weekend. Please enjoy your weekends with electricity. And that's literally it. Because we have a long weekend here. I don't know if you guys have it as well, but Monday's a public holiday. Let me tell you what the day is quickly. I can tell you what the day is. And because of that, people are obviously keen to do whatever. It's Human Rights Day. Okay, that's what it is. And because of the long weekend, they were like, okay, guys, have power. But I have almost zero doubt that come Tuesday, or maybe even come Monday, they're going to slam us with like stage 4 load shedding. They're going to be like, okay, well, party's over, guys. It's time. We're here to collect. So they literally just did it to try and get goodwill with the people. I'm 100% certain. So for this weekend, it looks like there might not be load shedding. We'll see how it goes.
And now I'm also going to set the speed of the ships. So I might get some of these to override these variables, but they'll be just base variables for all the ships. So 2 for now, and we know all ships are going to have a direction, and actually I want them all to choose a random direction. So we can go random range, anything from 0 up to 359. I'm also going to set its image angle to be facing that direction, so that it's turning in the same way that it's going. And I'm also going to set up some HP. Hit points.
This shit, to me, is such smart nonsense. It's like whoever invented code is such a genius, and I love it. Like the idea of like being, hey, direction, random range between this, and then right after that, it's like, hey, image angle, direction. It's like this here, these 2 lines of code. It's actually fascinating if you think about it. It's just fascinating. It's actually just fascinating. That because it makes so much sense, but at the same time, you're like, how does this witchcraft do it?
Default, again, we're going to want to overwrite that in some of them as well. But for now, let's just keep it general.
Fascinating.
So that's its creation code. How about...
Hey, listen, wait, did I reference this anywhere else? Because like HP full caps, I don't think I've seen this anywhere else. Someone had to think of it initially, yes, and that's what impresses me so much. That's what impresses me.
What we do is destroy code. So I think we'll just keep it simple, and much like the asteroids, for example, we might just grab this code.
Oh no. Oh no. Grab in code from asteroids. Please. Neutral. I'm nervous. Hold on.
For creating debris objects and do the same thing.
Okay, she's going back to power enemy.
So I'll put that in here.
Oh, it's not going here. It's going to destroy. Creating debris when the ship dies. That seems fine.
And I might play a sound effect as well. So just the dying sound effect. And I might also add to the score of the player. And now I do want it to add maybe different scores depending on the ship. So I might want the raiders to be worth a bit less than the brutes or the hunters. So I could have them all have different destroy.
I want today watching Lumin learn about recursion on stream. We can make him do Tower of Hanoi. What is that? I don't even want to know what that is. People who invented this in the 70s did us a favor. They were smarter back then. No, they were more focused back then. Because they didn't have the internet, cat videos, Reddit, stuff like that.
But another way that we can brutes or the hunters, so I could have them all have different destroy events, but another way that we can kind of keep it a little bit more compact is to just use a switch statement. And I'm going to switch its object index. So this means we can kind of do different things depending on what object it actually is. If it is the raider, then we're going to add, let's say 15, and I'm just going to copy that and paste it.
Oh, okay. I see. This is kind of smart again. So, case, obj raider score. It's like equals plus. Hey, they're on the same key. Equals and plus is on the same key. Fantastic. 15. And then break. And then she takes this 3 times. And then it's like score obj probably the other one. Hunter. And then score obj brute.
It's the hunter. Let's add a bit more. And the brute.
45 or what? 50, okay.
And like I said, if it was any more complicated than this, if we were having different particle effects, explosions for the different enemies, if it was going to update a quest or anything, I might want to split this into their own separate destroy events, but because they're so similar at the moment, I'm just going to leave it like this. All right.
Why are you mad, Edgy? What's up? Your first college course was an intro to CS. Half of it was history. It was interesting to learn about the crazy stuff that led to modern computing world. I did a lot of that. And oh shit, I got the equals and plus wrong way around. Traxar, thank you so much for seeing that. You're right. I did a lot of the history as well, and I forgot it immediately after I heard it. Good catch.
Now, another thing that I wanted to do that a lot of our objects are already doing, so say the player.
You just learned that more than half your money will go to the state. Tax advisor told you to calculate with about 1/3, but nope. Wait, what? You mean that your new job's income? How does that work? I mean, do you guys... how much... I mean, I don't know what your tax percentage is. Your Epic money. Okay. Is it because it's Epic and it's coming across the sea? Is that why? Because, like, I don't know. Like, I don't... It's... For us, it's... like, that's a lot of tax. Jesus. 42%. Holy shit. That's a lot, dude.
And this is going to be good as
My
now.
condolences, man. But you get a lot of free shit, so I wouldn't, like, it wouldn't even be a thing. I mean, it depends, of course, but, like, if it was that high for us here, we would die. Because, like, we don't get any free shit. They don't take 42%? Oh. Oh, only the tail end would be 42%. Okay, okay. Maybe Edgy just maybe he's misunderstanding it.
More complicated than this if we were having different particle effects, explosions for the different
No, Hasenhertz will know. Ask Hasenhertz.
enemies. If it was going to update a quest or anything, I might want to split this into their own separate destroy events, but because they're so similar at the moment, I'm just going to leave it like this. All right, great. Now, another thing that I wanted to do that a lot of our objects are already doing, so say the player, and this is going to be good especially if we're giving chase to the player, but if the player is going outside of the room, we were wrapping it around the room, I'm going to just copy that and add it to the enemy.
Ah, okay. That makes sense. Ally, OBJ ship. That's in the step event, probably.
Outside room code, so we can go other outside room.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to put it there. Great. So that's a very general piece of code that all of them can share.
To make the enemy ships wrap outside the room. Tax is complicated. Yeah.
And finally, just like the player and the
I'm glad I earn basically nothing, so tax is not even a thing I think about right now, but maybe one day.
Asteroids, who both have a take damage event, I also want the enemies to have the same thing. So let's head back to the enemy. Add a take damage, so user event 1.
Okay, I remember this. I remember this. So we're on the power enemy.
And in here, so remember, we'd set up an HP value. This might not be 1. So we want to make this code general. We want to subtract 1.
Ah, I was about to say,
If
holy
HP
shit.
is
I thought she made a typo there because she made it small letters, but then she corrected it to big. So let's see. HP minus equals 1. If this is, oh god, I was so keen for this, and I'm still so keen for this.
is less
Here we go.
than or equal to 0. And I'm putting less than just in case, I don't know, there's a gun that the player has that can deal multiple points of damage and we go into the negatives. In that case,
Instance destroy.
we'll destroy ourselves. The destroy code will run and we'll do all of this. Excellent.
Wait, do all of what?
We'll destroy ourselves. The destroy code will run and we'll do all of this.
Yes, okay.
Excellent. So now that's
Excellent.
Great. All of the enemies are inheriting this code, but now we want to go ahead and make them a little bit different. So I think the Raider and the Hunter are going to have all of these values, but I want to change a couple of them in the brute. So let's come over to the brute. I want to override this. I do want to inherit it though, so that we retain all of the inherited events from the parents. And I'm just going to change its HP to 5. I'm going to change its speed to 1. Actually, and another thing that we have to do is, because the it has a sprite that is animating.
Oh shit, yes.
Right now, it's going to be looking like this if it appears. Actually, and another thing that we have.
So she has HP equals 5. Speed is slower. That's kind of cool. Let's watch this now, because there's probably some good shit coming up here.
Have to do is, because the it has a sprite that is animating. Right now, it's going to be looking like this if it appears in the game. And remember, I don't want it to actually be cycling through these. I wanted these to...
I find it a bit weird. This should be the first one. It should go back. But maybe that's how she's going to put it. Let's see.
So we can just head back to the brute. And I'm going to stop it from animating. So I'm going to turn its image speed off.
Oh god,
and this is great because this code isn't going to be run by the other ships. Maybe they will be animating in the future, but this one will not be. Alright, great. So now we want to start setting up their behavior. Or actually, before we even do that, I might just spawn a bunch of these in the room so that we can test if our bullets work. So let's head over to the game object.
Yes.
And when we are creating the asteroids, so remember how we created this spawn off camera? We can reuse this to spawn the ships. So I'm going to just copy paste that a couple times. And I'm going to spawn some raiders, let's say 8. OBJ brute.
This is running the spawn of camera script for asteroids. And then this is for enemy ships.
Uh, 3. OBJ hunter can be 5.
Okay, that's quite a lot. So she wants OBJ raider, and she's spawning. It's actually a lot of asteroids. Okay, but like this is still a lot of ships as well. And then this she wants 3, and this she wants 5. This will be the the brutes. And that's the hunter. It's a lot of ships, dude.
Alright, so that will spawn them all around the room. Let's run the game and test our guns.
Oh, finally. No! Oh, okay. Hold on. I made a mistake. Why? I didn't put the... Here we go. Good. Make me nervous here. No, wait. Is that right? No, that doesn't go there. Oh, God. What am I missing here? I don't have to go back now and look. 641.
Multiple points of damage and we go...
Oh, I see.
In that case...
It's, the bracket isn't... No, the bracket is here. That's there. What is this shit? It's the number. It should be a 0. There. God. GG. Okay. There we go. Got it. Fixed. That's debugging. Yeah, bullets. Oh, ships, dude. No. Ah, God, and an asteroid gets me. Okay. There's a ship. Oh my God, that is so cute. That is so cool. Stop, come back. I want to fight the ship. No. Oh my God, I got one. And I got good score for it. There. Oh my God, they look perfect. It's working. Yes. Oh my God, it's so difficult, dude. Why is Space Rock such a hard game to play? You're out. Are they rapping? They are rapping. That's fantastic. Ow. That one's HP is even working as well. Isn't that fantastic? I have to go slower. This game's so hard, dude. So, I want to know quickly... I can't slow down. Slow down. There we go. I want to know quickly... which way around I need to put my... these other guys. What are they called? Like the... raiders. Which way around do the raiders need to go for them to look right? So which way is their image angle showing them? Which way are they like aiming? I think that I need to flip the image to the side, but I'm not sure. Let me just check quickly. I'm going to look quickly. So the raider, it needs to flip. No, the raider sprite is fine. I just want to edit it quickly. Oh, I must go to sprites. So it's square, so I can just take it and flip it, right? Theoretically. What is this shit? Oh, rotate brush. So cut. That's a GG. Yes. That's it, dude. That's it. That's it. That's it. Okay, I fixed it. Stop. Yeah. Then we just want to check on the sprite again and check the collision mask. There you go. It's all good. Hacker. I'm sorry, I can't really contribute to a conversation about taxes. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Don't think that I'm not interested. It's literally just that I know nothing about it. So.
Game and test our guns. So let's look around a bit. So actually, they have all picked a direction and they should be moving in that direction. They won't be responding to us. Let's just check if they're wrapping. Awesome, they are. Whoops. Well, we know our collision's working. Let's actually try and shoot them though. Great, so they
wow, hers
are
are so
well.
boring. Wow.
Alright, good. Now let's get them changing their behavior when the player comes into their sights. Alright, so let's come over to the raider first. And we'll be doing this in the step event, of course. This is the update frame. Alright, now, essentially what I'm going to be doing is checking if player is inside range, otherwise no change. So the way that we're going to do this is checking if point distance from ourselves.
So if player is inside range
is less than a certain radius. I'm going to put 250 for this one.
Okay, so she's typing, Jesus, she just typed like, dude, like a maniac. Like a maniac. I was like looking at it and then it was doubled and then I looked again, it was tripled and like, holy shit, dude. And she put some code in here saying, otherwise, no change.
Otherwise, no change. Now, before we even move on, one thing that we should put in here is just make sure that the ship actually does exist at the moment, because remember, if the ship is currently blown up and destroyed, there's a brief period of time before the room resets that the player's not there. So we need to check if the player doesn't exist.
Wait,
so
I'm missing a bracket here somewhere. It's one after the Y and one at the end. I got them all. Okay. See, that's that one. That's that one. And that's that one. Got it. Okay.
Not instance exists. OBJ ship.
Shit, that's a lot of ifs, dude. That's a lot of ifs. If Here's another point where I could have made a typo. And how crazy is it that you can have an entire, like, variable or command or code or whatever, and all you do is you put a little exclamation point at the start and it inverts it. Isn't that fantastic? So it's like multi-purpose code.
We're gonna exit, and we're not gonna run any of this. Alright, so if it's within our range, then basically for the radar, I just want it to turn to look at the player and then make a bullet. So turn to look at player ship, fire bullet.
Balls, dude! I'm so glad she's putting all these notes in right now, but this is a lot. So basically, okay. If point, yes, this is in here now. So this is gonna be turn to look at player, else. And, oh, and then there's another one here in the same.
Okay.
In the same one, fire bullet. This is a lot of code.
So again, we are going to need the direction from us to the player. And there's a nice handy function called point direction that will get that for us. So we can go xy obj ship.x .y, and this will return.
Dude, she must have typed this like 300,000 times in her life because she's so quick with this XY nonsense. Like, I look for like 1 second away and then she's typed out this entire string. Did she copy paste it maybe? I'm not even gonna look. I'm just gonna remain impressed by this woman. Autocomplete? No. Like, let me look here. Here, let's see. Let's watch together.
This handy function called point direction that will get that for us. So we can go xy obj ship.
Oh no, it wasn't that fast. I take it back. That's not fast at all. God, I thought she like just basically spat the. It's not fast. It's fine. I looked away, so my time paused. It's fine. I was doing something else. It's still fast though compared to me. Okay, point direction. Yes, that's to look at the player.
Between us and the ship. So we need to save this in a new variable. So I'm going to call this new direction because that is where we want to start pointing. We don't want to actually, for the raiders, have them turn and move towards the player. So it's actually not a direction, it's more an angle. So I'm going to call this new angle. And now I'm going to change the image angle to be the new angle. And let me just see if that works.
I get it.
So let's go and try and find a radar.
There it is. Okay, hers is working. Let's check if mine works. Raiders are the ones that I want. Easy does it, dude. No, that's the hunter. There's the raider. Look at me! He's looking at me! Don't look at me! You little shit! Put those teats away! It's working. I want to find one more. I just want to see one more. There it is. Look. Yo, dude, what's this tracking? This is like every 14-year-old playing Fortnite right now. Hey, Eugensia! What up? Hello. You are here to witness coding. AI coding, nonetheless.
There you go. It's a little abrupt, the change, and so I might make this a little bit more gradual. Instead of just immediately turning, I'm going to lerp.
Oh, she's going to lerp it. Oh. So she's going to go out and roleplay as the ship.
Bit.
That would definitely be a little
linear
slower.
Interpolation, which to make it a bit more gradual. So we're going to move from whatever our current image angle is to the new one by an amount of, let's just go with something quite low.
No, I put the lerp in the wrong place. This is where you lerp. So we lerp in the image angle. No, what the balls? She has image angle, then lerp image angle. Oh my god, lerp Jesus, goddamn. New angle. And it's 0.1. Is that the speed?
Am I right?
Let's just check the loop command. Wait, no. What is this? It's not showing me what the code is that we're working with here. Where's my code menu? There it is. There it is. Value, amount. Gotcha. Okay.
And I'm going to run that again and see how it looks.
Okay. I see. Is this all good? What's wrong? What are we missing here? Got 2 brackets. Oh, yeah. Okay. Needed another one. So, image angle, lerp. This one doesn't have a closey point. But why does she... Oh, I see. I've got too many. There shouldn't be one before the lerp. Okay. GG. Code in. Whoa. More gradual? Jesus. That's like a Fortnite kid on Adderall. It's crazy. Look at that. It's so fast. That's insane. Where's another one? No. Ooh, ah! Dude, you did like a... Dude. Did like a 900. Did you see that spin? No. Dude, that lerping is not working. There he is. Hold on. Wait. Come back. They just run away. They're not even a little bit interested. Oh, God. Okay, stop. Let's see if hers works.
There we go. So that's a lot smoother, but there is a problem. If you just saw it there, that when we pass 0, which is actually to our right, and go into the 300s, kind of when the angle wraps back around.
Yes.
So right here.
He spins.
So I'm going to use a little bit of maths to, instead of getting
Poggies.
this angle, I want to get the closest angle to the one that we currently are at. So I'm going to modify new angle to equal image angle minus angle difference. Image angle. Now, what does this do?
Please tell me.
So
I have no idea.
we are getting our current image angle. So say that is currently 10.
So I look at an argument like this, and I think it's like, because this is literally a line full of code with all the same commands in. It's like someone saying apple pie equals apples plus pie equals apples plus pie with apples and pie. And this is like all the same shit over and over and over again. New angle equals image angle minus angle difference, image angle, new angle. Of course! It makes perfect sense.
Minus the angle difference between these two. So if our current angle is 10 and the new angle is 350, technically the difference between 350 and 10
is only 20.
40, but
what?
I don't want the ship to rotate all the way around from here to 340. I want it to go the close way from 10.
So it must wrap around.
10 to 350, and that difference is actually 20. And that is what this is going.
I guessed it right. Hey Vespa, what's up? Yo, man. If you can't handle it, you're out. It's just maths, bro. It's true, I know.
To return for us. It's going to turn the actual difference.
So, okay, so in new angle equals image angle. That's this one minus angle difference. Okay, so I don't know the technical aspects of this, but I understand that it's basically if you've got a round circle, right? Because that's what circles usually are, is they're round. Then it's round, and when it goes around to here and it gets to the point where it's about to tick over into the new circle, it doesn't loop back. It just keeps going over to there. In other words, it's just making it take the shorter route. But like the code seems so complex.
So if we have 10 minus the difference between us, right?
She missed space after a comma. You don't. The spaces apparently don't matter. You mean over there? I put spaces in. You see, because I am a human being, and she. I don't know, man. I don't know. She's like some weird math code monster, and she doesn't even care because her brain doesn't see the spaces anymore. She doesn't see the spaces anymore. She just sees the code, dude. I'm not there yet, so I can't really relate.
So if that is returning 20, and that is our current angle, so it would be 10 minus 20, that is going to equal 350, and that's the angle that we want.
10 minus 20 is 350, guys. You heard it here first. It's like if I had to snippet this, and it's just like, this is like here. Hashtag coding. It's like hashtag coding. See? That right there. Hashtag coding. I'll save it. I'll put it on the coding channel for you guys.
So if you don't understand that, I encourage you to plug in a few different ones. But this way we're going to get the shortest difference between the two. So now if I run it, it should be lerping correctly.
Lerping correctly.
Now,
okay.
if we've gone out,
you won't even know it's a fake.
Outside the range, I'm going to similarly move back.
Similarly.
Back to our current direction, because our direction hasn't changed. We're still moving through space. So that way we should move to look at the player when the player is close, and then move back when we're moving
What did she
space.
do?
So that way, move back to our current direction, because our direction hasn't changed.
Okay.
We're still moving through space. So that way we should move to look at the player when the player is close, and then move back when we are outside.
Shit like that would break Python. Yeah. Yeah. That's why you shouldn't let snakes do math.
Of their range. So again,
Edgy, I can't help you, unfortunately. Like I said, tax is outside my
we'll just
ballpark.
test this really quickly.
To be fair, my ballpark is really small, so.
There we go. And when we move outside of range, it should flip back.
You just need a rant? Go ahead, dude. There are people here who can help or not help. Maybe just pat you on the shoulder or the back or something and say, it's okay, man. At least you have a job. I don't know, man. I don't know. But you're right. It's a frustration. And if my father was here, he would rant with you, dude. Dude, he's also German. It would be fascinating. Fantastic, actually. You guys would love it. It's like the #1 thing he loves to rant about is money. But with your previous calculation, you could have bought a flat in like 2 to 3 years. Well, then, you know what? Just get a raise, work hard, make a good impression, move up in the ranks. Then you can still get a flat in 2 to 3 years. Factor that into your calculations, Mr. German taxpayer. I'm serious, though. You can factor that in. There's no way you don't get a raise if you do good work, dude.
All right. Great. So the only thing...
You know what? I should run the code. I should run the game. Because like, I'm now not running the game because I'm confident, but I shouldn't be confident. I should check. That didn't work. Okay, we need to get out of range. Ooh, God. Yes, they turned away. Fantastic. It works. Okay. Keep talking, lady.
left to do is fire the bullet. All right. Now, technically all we have to do is use our script, create bullet.
Why is this here? I want to rant about the way she does the brackets. It bothers me that, is this the norm? Can someone tell me if this is the norm? You guys who work with code, because like, this is not super readable, because I, with my untrained eyes, have to search, dude. I'm like actually searching to find the curly fry brackets. There's one over here, and then that one is linked to that one. And then there's one right there again, and then the next one's down there. No, mine is spaced out. I'm annoyed by hers that's not spaced out, because Like, I'm like, okay, she's working in this under fire bullet here, but where's the curly fry? She didn't close it. Why is it not closed? And I'm like, oh shit, it's there where it shouldn't be. But mine's beautiful. Anyway, let's carry on.
And we can plug in image angle, the speed. So like I said, I wanted this to actually be a little bit slow.
What is it supposed to be called, House Nerds? You give me a name and we'll use it. Create. I like curly fry. Bullet. That's the bullet object, right? But we've got it. Do we have it on a script? Image. I'm age. Angle. What are variables? What do we need here?
Player. So instead of 6, I might have just 4. You could make...
Why does this seem wrong to me? No, it's right. Faction.
I wanted this to actually be a little bit slower than the player. So instead of 6, I might have just 4. You could make this a instance
Enemy
variable
bullet.
if you want. I might just put 4 for now.
It's an enemy bullet.
And faction in here. Like
We need to call it a Schweifklammer. Ah! Schweifklammer. What shit is that? House Nerds? What is that? That's not the name. Braces. It's also not a brace, dude. She calls it a curly bracket. I just added fry in there. Schweifklammer. Mehr. Schweifklammer. Schweifklammer. No. Schweif is perfect though. What does Schweif mean? Klammer is clampin. It's just the German name. Clamper. It's like a Schweif. So a Schweif is like if you take the sound Schweif, it sounds like it's sort of Schweif. It goes around and then it clamps. Klammer. Clamper. So Schweif Clamper. It's a perfectly descriptive bracket name. Perfectly descriptive, dude. Okay, let's carry on, lady.
like that. But that would mean that it's creating a bullet every single second. So it's going to create a lot of bullets to head towards the player. And I might want it to just create a bullet every few frames. So I am going to set up a kind of counter that we're going to increment and check every...
You found a calculator from the official state website. Seems like it's 32%. Fantastic. So it's exactly what you thought. You were right all along. Good shit, man. Brackets, square brackets, curly brackets. Pretty clear to you. But if you throw fry in there and you make them curly fry brackets, isn't that so much better? Wait, why call it a cat when we can say small angry dog? What does that mean? That's just added spice, you love it. Okay, so it's still a curly bracket. What do you mean? Not the dog? Oh, the fries? Oh, the dog doesn't make you hungry. Okay, I'm glad. No, tell me about this dog story quickly. Let's hear it.
step, and only if we get to a certain value will it create a bullet. I want it to just create a bullet every few frames. So I am going to set up a kind of counter that we're going to increment and check every
A counter
step,
argument.
and only if we get to a certain value will it create a bullet. So I'm going to say bullet counter equals 0, and of course actually we have to remember
Inherit, dude, inherit.
Parent. Been inherited. All right, bullet counter. This is the value that we're going to use in here. So we're gonna...
No, stop! I
increment
didn't
bullet
see you. Went too
counter
fast,
been
woman.
inherited. All right.
Bullet counter equals 0.
Bullet counter. This is the value that we're going to use in here. So we're gonna increment bullet counter every frame. So this is going to go up by 1. And if bullet counter is larger than something, so I might say 60 frames, so that should be like 1 second, then we can create the bullet. We do also want to remember to reset bullet counter back to 0 so that we can go through this process again. Okay. So
Oh
now
shit! Slow down. See, that's not nice code, dude. No, but this is fine if it's here. I understand it. There's something wrong here, but it's fine. I can read it, so it's alright. The ifs, I feel like they should be on the end, and then this should be in, and that should be more in. Like that, right? Right? But then this is all inside here. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's go. Wait, there's an issue. Expected 4 and got 3. No, you didn't expect 4. What random nonsense are you talking? That's wrong. Balls.
The big test.
This is balls. You told to what? Direction, speed, faction, creator. So add ID. Hers only has 3. There it is. Create bullet. 1, 2, 3, 3. She didn't put OBJ bullet in there. Direction. There's image angle, speed, faction, creator. What is creator? Oh no. What is the creator? This is coming from, this is on OBJ Radar, so is that it? Okay.
So we should be able to...
Traxa, let's hope this works. My doodle, this better fly. Ah! Huh? Oh, he got hit by the asteroid. Or what was that shit? Can he get hit by asteroids? No, I got score. Oh! Dude, he's just blowing up when he shoots. He's killing himself with his own bullets. Does hers
fire
work?
at them and they should be able to fire at us. So let's see. So it is
No.
shooting us.
Okay, okay, dude. It's not working. Okay, Taraxa. Okay. Okay. There's definitely something wrong there. Why did I lose the video? Did I just close her? Did I just shut her down? I think I just shut her down. She's gone. History. Yeah, dude, I was so quick. Let's go look. Hold on. You probably added ID 4th value because GM code control doesn't work anymore. There's a custom script to help you remember the values you need to add when calling the function. Blush, blush, blush. Looks like this. Function create. This will show up at the bottom of the code editor when you use built-in functions. They want me to add a custom function. There is some balls right there. And I can't run it just like this and leave the error there, can I? Apparently I can. Hold on. That's great. That's even greater. Why am I so bad at the game that I'm making myself? Wow! Okay, they're still blowing themselves up. So the bullets that they're firing are killing them. Unless that was something else that killed him. Let's see. Stupid AI. Okay, they're shooting themselves. So the issue is with the bullets allegiance. It's the bullet's allegiance. It's in question right now. Just add ID to the argument list. Here, like this. That. Or is it ID small? Like that. Traxa. Okay, it doesn't matter. The ship is still blowing up. So we need to figure out why the bullet hates the raiders. Oh, is that gonna fix it? What you just told me to do? Oh, that should stop it. Oh. Wow. Okay. Ah! Jesus! Holy shit! What the balls? That came out of his teeth! Oh, God! Wow! That ain't right! Raider! Raider! Shit, I must have mixed something up here. Direction. Speed. Faction. ID. The bullet counter is messed up. Did I make the wrong greater than or smaller than? Shit, that was a rush. You like it? Happy accident. Get some rotation on it and you got a boss. It is rotating. Shit. You just spat water on the keyboard? Nice. Good, good, good. I'm glad. I'm glad. That's what I wanted as a reaction. Shit, man. So it must be... It's not that. That looks fine. It must be the bullet counter, though. So this code looks good. I didn't mean to make it so hardcore, dude. Bullet counter equals 0. Okay, it starts on 0. And then when it gets to 60, this bracket gets opened. Create bullet. Then this gets closed.
So that should be like 1 second. Then we can create the bullet. We do also want to remember to reset bullet counter back to 0. So
it was the next bit of code. Oh shit.
Go through this process again.
Oh, okay. Okay, woman. Okay, woman. Okay. You could have said that. You could have just said that. Okay? Before we put ourselves through the ordeal of the raider going ham and jam on us. He didn't get to shoot because I was too quick. I want to call these guys fish bones. Hey, cool, man. Look at that. Hey, he got me. That's cool, man. That's fantastic, dude. That's so cool. It's working. It's working. I mean, I already miss the stream of bullets. I do.
So now it's a big test. So we should be able to fire at them and they should be able to fire at us. So let's see. So it is shooting us. Their bullets are red, so the bullets should be part of the correct faction.
That guy's not even trying to shoot her. Scuffed code, lady.
Alright, and they do blow us up. Wasn't very accurate, but at the moment we don't need a
It's not choppy.
Good
it's smooth.
AI in here. That should do us fine. And you can
This guy's literally trying to miss her.
see it is actually shooting up the asteroids as well. Alright. So that's it for the raider. And I might just copy and paste this. Now, this might also be a point where we can kind of share code and optimize and have, say, a few scripts for turning to face the player and everything. But for now, I might just keep it simple and reuse the code.
He can't even lead? What kind of 14-year-old Fortnite player is he? Wow. Okay.
Might be a challenge.
Wait, what are we doing? We're on Hunter now?
For you to do this yourself, to try and abstract a lot of this into reusable scripts, or we can just change one variable. So for example, you might make it that we can just set a radius for the different objects, and maybe they've got different radiuses.
So she put it in the Hunter's code. Mugandai, what's up, man? How's it going? Dude, are you doing alright? How's your Friday night, man? How's your Friday night looking?
Radius for might be a challenge for you to do this yourself, to try and abstract a lot of this into reusable scripts, or we can just change one variable. So for example, you might make it that we can just...
Holy shit, you did around 47,000 steps because of boredom? That's a lot of kilometers, dude. That's a long distance to walk. Nice. I mean, that's a good thing to do with your boredom.
Set a radius for the
really, it is.
different objects, and maybe they've got different radiuses. But anyway, so for the Hunter, we are also going to want to act differently if the player is inside our range and not. They will also shoot, but I wanted to make their bullets quite fast. So already I'm just going to change that to...
Yeah, 8. I could make my game harder, because I ain't no pansy.
8. And now, not only do I want them to look at the player ship, so I'm going to keep all of this.
But she wants them to accelerate.
To start moving towards the ship. So I'm going to say direction equals image angle. So it's going to head towards the ship, but I don't want it to...
I called this in my mind. Because we've used this piece of code so much already.
Right into the ship. The brute actually is going to do that, but we don't want to. We're going to keep our distance, because if we move into the ship, well, maybe we could destroy the Hunter or something. But for now, let's just set it up. So I'm going to use this as well, again, to check for a smaller radius.
Wait, stop. What did you just do?
Set it up. So, well, maybe we could destroy the Hunter or something. But for now, let's just set it up. So I'm going to use this as well, again, to check for a smaller radius.
This is insane. She grabs this shit right here and she's like, hey, I'm going to use this. And then she just takes this shit and she puts it in there.
Let's just say 150 for now. And so...
Then she closes it. So it's like...
That means if we're quite close to the player, then I'm actually going to decrease our speed a little bit.
Okay.
And then if we come back outside this radius, I'm going to start to increase our speed a little bit. Maybe a little bit less. So you can play around with these values. Again, this just feels good to me. So, but now it's going to kind of go in and out of the player's range. So it's going to kind of look like it's taking some evasive maneuvers. You can try and make this a little bit more sophisticated if you want, but
cute,
this is
man.
Work fine.
Cute, man.
The only other thing I want to change is...
Dude, don't your feet hurt after all that walking in a single day? That's like almost a full marathon right there. How much is a marathon? Oh yeah, 42 kilometers. That's basically a full marathon. Wow.
We don't really need it to head back in its old direction, but I do want it to head back to its normal speed when the player goes out of range. So I might change this. I'm going to delete it. And I'm going to put lerp speed to 0.1. So this is going to basically go back to its original speed of 2. Again, this could be
Dude,
something
you
that
are
you add
way
speed
too
of 2.
fast.
Again, this speed 2, 0.1.
Okay.
So this is gonna basically go back to its original speed
Otherwise, go back to original speed.
of 2. Again, this could be something that you abstract into variables and have like a original speed. Like
God,
this,
what's she
and
doing now?
original speed.
She's about to overwrite the create. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, okay. Let's just do this together then.
Like this, and we can use that here. All right.
This is so much code in.
Like this, and we can
I love
use
it.
that here.
Oh no, shit. That's the wrong one. Got it.
All right, cool. So that is the hunter setup. And I might also just go ahead and go to the brute and do the same thing. So I'm going to copy paste it in its event here.
Oh, okay. She took this code, and she's gonna copy paste it in the brute. I want to see how she does the picture cycling on the brute. So brute step code. Wait, but is she on the brute? Hold on. Yes.
I'm going to copy paste it in its event here.
But no more bullets firing on
I
this
don't
one.
want it to be doing this check.
Slowly now, please. Slowly now. Okay, she doesn't want if point distance. Where's that one? This one, I think. Yeah, she doesn't want this check at all.
I want it to be moving towards the player, though that's good. But I also want it to not be shooting, so I want to remove the shooting code as well.
Yo, Sticky Task Squid, what's up? Hello? You thought you'd just fall in here and chillax? Perfect place for that, dude.
What I do want it to do, that's
Hello.
different than the other
Welcome.
ones, is increase its speed every frame that it's chasing the player. Now, I could get it to share this exact thing with the hunter. Actually, that is turning out to be a useful value for us. So I might put it in the parent ship so that all of our ships have an original speed. And this is the kind of thing that you'll notice.
Oh my god, she just made a snap decision. God damn it.
So that all of our ships have an...
Okay, parent enemy. Snap decisions have no place here, dude. Okay.
original speed. And this is the kind
Oh, shit.
of thing that you'll notice as you go on through...
Is it going well with the work? I think so. I think so. We're almost through this AI one. And once this is done, we're going to have functioning enemy ships with AI in our Space Rocks game. We're almost at the end.
See that a certain variable is actually handy to have in a lot of different things, and so you'll go ahead and add it to the parent. So it's a good practice to kind of do that on the go.
We're going back
Let's
to the
head
brute.
back to the hunter, so I can actually remove that entire
Oh, shit.
event. It can
Now we're going back to the hunter, but why?
Let's head back to the hunter, so I can actually remove that entire
Boxo's toll.
event. It can just...
Oh, playing it hard. Hello.
the hunter,
Hello.
so I can actually remove that entire...
Hey, thank you so much for the 27 months, dude. Loot boxes? I would like to say I've already added them, because that should have been the first thing that I added. You're right. Shit. What kind of game maker am I, dude? You still waiting for my new Hearthstone 1-minute guide? Aw, hey, man. Jokesy. Hello. I'm not allowed to do that. That's like a forbidden name around these parts nowadays. Hearthstone is just not allowed. Playing it hard. I hope you're doing well, man. Thank you so much once again for the resub. Hello. Hi. Welcome.
kind of do that on the go. Let's head back to the hunter, so I can actually remove that entire...
She's deleting this create event on the hunter. Okay, there we go.
Event, it can just inherit from its parent, because that's setting up an original speed.
Ah, it's working. Okay.
And come back to the brute. Great. Now.
Hey, what was that? Yo, Chirp Overwatch, thanks for following. Welcome, welcome. I saw something about Hearthstone just yesterday. They add in diamond cards to Hearthstone. I personally feel like it's a little over the top. I might be the only person because apparently everyone else is reacting quite positively to it. There's the tweet. I just think it looks a little stupid and it doesn't really suit the theme of the game. But maybe when it's actually in play, it might look okay. But it's there. It's there. They add in it. There are 2 diamond cards coming soon. Diamond cards are just visually distinct. I posted the link. I can bring it on screen. I don't know why I'm not... Here it is. Here it is. I personally think it looks kind of stupid. If I make it full screen, it should up the quality. Let's see. Hold on. No, Twitter video just sucks. Anyway, they are visually distinct. The one, to get the one, you need to, this guy, you need to collect every single legendary card in the new set. Then you get this guy diamond. And to get this guy, you need to, let's see. Sorry, oh, you need to play through the reward track here. You have to buy the reward track, and here's the first reward on the paid reward track. So you have to buy the new tavern pass, then you get this guy for free. If you buy it, so it's not really for free. And then the second one is for getting every single legendary. This is what they look like. I mean, this to me it looks kind of, they look kind of stupid. The gold cards look nice. I think gold suits it, but this just looks kind of lame. It might just be me. Maybe I'm the only one that thinks it looks cheap. Having another tier that requires you to spend tons of money is dumb. Well, they're trying to milk the whales, and they will milk the whales. You think whales don't have milk? Ha ha! This right here is going to prove you wrong. People are going to want this shit immediately, dude. They need to milk the whales. And they will. They will, dude. They'll milk them. Hard. Hard. So, it's whatever. I don't like it, personally. I'm going to tweet as much soon enough. But it is probably going to make some people happy. Okay, where we at? Where we at?
The very last thing that is different about the brutes is its sprite. So at the moment, I want its frame that it's displaying to the player to reflect its current health. So we head back to the brute. Remember, this is it at full health, so I actually want its image index or its frame to
be inverted. I knew it, dude. I knew it. So we're going to the sprite now. Wait. Hello. Sean JS, what's up? Dude. Let's do a shout out quickly so that I can just see. You just look familiar to me. You are not. You are not. You are not. Dude. You are the Sean Spalding? Dude, it's the guy from the tutorials. I was just... I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to be like a nerdy fanboy or something like that, but this is your video. Shit, I'm sorry. I don't want to put you on the spot here, but this is your video right here. That's your face right there. And on top of that, this is your video right here for the complete platformer tutorial. Yo, you fantastic, man. I'm currently working through the other YoYo Games ones because I thought Space Rocks would be a good place to start. I am doing tutorials. Sorry, I'm getting carried away. I should actually just say thank you, dude. Thanks for the raid and the host. I'm a big fan of your work. I'm planning to follow in your footsteps. Hence, I'm watching your videos. I'm doing this Friendly Cosmonaut video series first, and she's fantastic. It's helping me out a lot. I'm making Space Rocks. It's really cool. I only started 4 days ago, so it's like this day 4 today. It's new to me, all right? And this has been great, but I'm working towards doing specifically your one for the action RPG. It's the one I'm like really, really keen for. But that's the brief history of this channel and my current plan out of the way. Thank you so much for the host and the raid, dude. I didn't know what your Twitch channel was, and I'm going to say it right now. I'm going to follow you quickly so that I can catch you when you're live. Your content's fantastic, guys. Please, god damn it, go follow Sean JS, Sean Spalding, and listen. Don't click that bell thing, because it'll automatically turn it on. It'll notify you when he goes live. Watch this man's streams. He's fantastic. Where anything GameMaker is concerned, such a cool dude. He explains things so well. The perfect mentor. So thank you, man, and welcome. Welcome. Charlie and Charles. Hey, the great duckiness. Nice to see you guys. I'm sorry. I had to get all that out of the way. I'm working on the basics now. I just started on GameMaker, like I said, a few days ago, and I'm really enjoying it. It has been a blast. An absolute blast. So thank you so much for the raid and the host, guys. Once again, the link is right there. Sean JS, go check the man out. It's fantastic. It's so cool, and I love the fact that there's a community of people that I have already now just sort of started running into that do this kind of thing. You don't think you've ever seen me so excited? Dude, I was just watching this guy's videos. Were you here last night? I was busy skipping through the Game Jam videos, looking at that little tribal battle royale that he made, and I was just saying, how cool is it that he made this entire thing in 2 days? How can I not be excited? That shit's fantastic. Okay, anyway, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are most welcome. I am just starting on this shit. It's really fun. I don't understand most of it. But I'm getting there. And I have great ideas for the future. So, hey, man, thank you. And thanks for the advice. I'm starting on the fundamentals, on the basic stuff, and I'll work up towards the more complex stuff. But mostly just, hey, thanks for dropping by and sharing your community with us here. And thanks for following the channel. Same to you, Duckiness. I appreciate that. I'm doing this now. Like, this is a long-term thing of mine. It's a goal that I've had for a long time to jump into making games and making something that I'm happy about and proud of. So it's exciting to me. And yeah, that's why I nerd out. Okay? Shit. So thanks. I hope you have a fantastic day further. I hope you have an awesome rest. And I hope that whatever you did in your stream went fantastic. Turn More TV, thanks for following. Welcome. I just wanted to say I'm a big fan. So, hey. What we're doing right now is we are following the Friendly Cosmonaut Space Rock series. We are currently doing AI, and it's cool. We just got to a point in the video that she's recorded here that I was talking about before, where she's changing the sprites, and this is one of the things that I really wanted to see, is how the code looks that switches the sprites while you're actually in gameplay. It's fascinating. So I was just about to head over to the when you caught me. I was about to head over to the sprite that she gave me. Oh, and I did some custom art for it. I know it's nothing special. But after this, I consider myself a bona fide pixel artist. This is my player ship, my raider. He's currently got a collision mask on him. There you go. Yes, those do look like teats. No, they are not actually teats. He's a scary alien. And then I got the hunter here that looks sort of like a fishbone. But I wanted to get a little bit creative, so, well, I did it. I don't say anything. I don't actually want to hear any feedback. I don't actually want to hear the feedback. The escalator monster. Hey, that would make Lillian happy. My daughter loves escalators. If there's one thing that she really loves, it's an escalator.
Be equal to one of these. So if I say, if its HP is currently equal to 5.
Oh, so it kind of makes sense that it's this way around. I was like, hey, it should be this way around. It should start on the left side because that'll be full. But this is frame 5 out of 5. This is 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 HP, 4, 3, 2, 1. It makes sense that it's this way. Okay.
Then I want to set it to this frame. So I want its frame to be equal to its HP, and we're actually going to have to -1 because frames start at 0. So that would be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's head back to the brute.
They start at 0.
And we can set it up here, actually. We do want it to update. We don't want to set this just once. So image index equals HP -1. All right, so let's save and run that.
Wait. Holy shit.
So
you can just do that? There's
There's
no way. She put a single line of code in there. I thought I was going to sit here coding for 15 minutes to make this work, and she just put that in? Okay, image index on... It's in the step code, right? Yeah, so it's the image index. I can open this quickly, right? Sprite's made up of one or more sub-images. Okay, so the index... It starts... Don't you have to set the starting point? -1. It starts on the highest one and then just minuses down. If the sprite is animated, then you can get the current frame of the animation by checking image index variable. Or if you want to change the state of a static sprite, you can select a new sub-image by setting this variable to the desired sub-image for the sprite. Please note that for changes in this variable to be visible, the instance should have either no draw event, so GameMaker Studio 2 will default draw the sprite, or be drawn using one of the extended drawing functions. Okay. The above code checks to see if the sprite is animating, and if it is, then checks to see if the current image index is greater than the number of sub-images, and if it is, destroys the instance. Oh, shit. Alright. So, if you put image index in just by default, then is it going to animate it? When using skeletal animation sprites, you can still set image index values to see. Okay. I have no idea what that skeletal animation thing means, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Let's just see if it works. Okay, actually, I feel like that's the greatest test here, is if it works. That's basically it. Is she going to play hers? Let's see how hers looks first.
So space should be a lot more dangerous now.
Yeah.
Let's go and try and find the ships.
She's not dying to the...
There's a brute. Let's check.
Wow, look how fast he is.
Ooh, it's speeding up.
She lost him.
Ooh, and we've got an error. So it's telling us that the hunter object isn't setting up its bullet counter.
Oh no, dude. I want to get that error too. Hold on. Slow down. I mean, I might not get it. But, oh shit, dude. Oh my god, I'm so bad at space rocks. She must have been practicing. There's no way she's so good at space rocks already. I'm going slow. There's a fishbone. It's not the one I want. There's the error. Okay. We're on the same page now, girl. Keep talking.
Okay. So yet again, we've found a variable that is handy for multiple objects, but remember, we actually only set this up in the hunter. And I want to keep this in just because it is good to be able to problem solve on the go and have an understanding of what the error message is.
No. Oh, she's on the radar. Okay, wait. Why is she on the radar?
So remember, this was being set up just in the radar. I'm going to add this to the parent. So let's go over to parent enemy and bullet count.
Okay, to the parent. Zyrex, what's up, man? Hello, you went AFK for 40 minutes, come back to a different stream? Yeah. Sean was kind enough to host and raid this channel. and we are all richer for it. Yourself included. Welcome. Welcome. It's nice to see you. I'm listening to Friendly Cosmonaut. She's teaching me space rocks, man. I feel like you're going from a like a fancy all kitted out sports car and you've just downgraded now to a beat up hand me down because I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. But hey, sometimes it's good to change gears, to shift it up a little bit like that. You're gonna find this is a very different experience because I have just started on this.
Let's go over to
yeah.
enemy and bullet counter.
Okay, she put bullet counter in there. So in parent enemy, it's gonna be, was it in step? In create, but it's in parent enemy. I'm not on that one now. So parent enemy, enemy parent. Zero.
Because both the raider and the hunter are checking that. And you could actually do some more things here. So we could reduce the time that the raider is shooting to make it even, that the hunter is shooting to make it even more dangerous.
Oh, does she want to make it more dangerous? Dude, I can't even survive against the damn asteroids. Okay. Sure, man.
And let's run that again.
Okay, yeah, she's running hers again.
And there's a hunter, so...
If this is the tutorial, I think it's... You need to read via YouTube comments. There's an object order problem. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, we've been... we've been consulting the YouTube gurus, and I gotta say, I am happy for that, and it's nice once again that the community pitches in, because you obviously can't live edit. By the way, that's something that I've been wanting on YouTube for a long time. It's like, I upload a video, it's up for 6 months, and then I realize, oh shit, I wanted to edit that out, and then I can't edit it out. But it wouldn't be right. Like, I realize there are reasons that they don't have that, but a live editor would be nice on YouTube. All you can do on YouTube is cut the end and the start shorter. You can basically snip at the front and the back. You can't do anything in between. But it would be nice if they could just throw in a little bit of extra stuff. And they removed annotations from videos, so you can't even put an annotation in to say, hey, this has changed.
We can see it's turned to shoot, and it's very fast and dangerous. All right, so we're gonna have to be careful around them. Might just... shoot. Go. Alright, so we can see that the game is...
She's getting owned. Good. Let's see. Let's see if there's anything that's wrong. Oh shit. Oh my god, dude, that owned me. Okay, that's working at least. That's working. That's working. I want to see these guys. It's working! It's working! Check it out! Dude, that's fantastic! Yo, do I have a link for the video? Of course, of course. Let me link you up. Here's her video. It's kind of sad that again you can't live edit the videos, but at the same time, man, I personally felt, and I had Twitch chat's help, but I personally felt like that troubleshooting that I did helped me as much, if not more, than what I learned in the video.
A lot harder already.
Jesus, that's insane.
Now, I am noticing that the brute is moving a little bit faster than I'm expecting. Yeah. And I think that is because when it is inheriting the code from its parent, we are setting that original speed value, and we haven't updated that yet, so that's still holding the value to the original speed. So it's returning back to 2, which is not what we want. So we have to be careful and make sure that we're setting original speed again
on the brute. Okay, in the create event. Oh no, it's speed. Okay. Different tutorial. Oh, listen, Great Darkness, we had issues. So, don't worry. Yesterday it was like 45 minutes worth of troubleshooting, trying to fix some of the code in the scripting that broke. So, like, there's definitely some stuff wrong with this Space Rocks thing, but for the most part, it's together enough to work.
And that should be good.
I think we're done. Oh, that's much
All right,
better.
so I'm quite happy with that. We might leave it there for this video. So
Okay, let's just check it out to make sure it's okay. I don't want to explode in when I run it. Okay, get away from... No, God. I just want to find one of the brutes quickly. Okay, guys. Wow. The old fishbone's chasing me. Dude, it's so cool that you can set up all these different behavior... Yeah, there it is. Okay. Hey. My code is already better than Cyberpunk 2077's because the enemies aren't disappearing when they go off screen. Wow. Great. They should have watched the Space Rocks tutorial. I'll link them up on Twitter, guys. Don't worry. I'll link them up on Twitter. Oh, good.
So we've set up all of the factions and all of the enemies now, and we have a really nice, flexible system. We're adding in new objects in the future.
There, she's busy changing her volume.
In the coming videos, we're going to be adding some power-ups that might add some different guns to the player, allow them to be invincible, and we'll also be adding some special particle effects to make our game a little bit prettier. We might add some propulsion. We might change how the objects are destroying themselves to make it a little bit more polished. So I'll see you in the next tutorial. Hey everyone, welcome back. In the next few tutorials,
I was just thinking, like, you know, so if you want to make like a game that looks like mega polished, like it's kind of crazy because like if you just go for like this, check it out. Let me just show you like basically what like, and I know this is now not the way you would do it. You'd rather go to the itch.io website. I'm not itchy. Is it itchy or itch website or wherever you'd go where they have like open source free stuff. But you just go for this and you Google that up. You take a couple of ship sprites here, you throw that onto your game, and suddenly it looks like a professional product. And I'm not saying that that's what you should do, because it's probably a good idea to learn the pixel art, but like you can, and you can put some like scary enemy ships in like this, and it's just fantastic how easy it is with zero experience to change that stuff up. And it only breaks copyright infringement repeatedly. Well then, it would look weird if the art doesn't match. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. What you could do is, and this is something that I wholeheartedly think is one of the best ways of learning, is you could take one of the good-looking ones and you can try and copy it. Copying other people's work is literally what I'm doing right now with this tutorial, and it's teaching me. So you find some really cool pixel art that you like, you make copies of it, and you just add a little bit of flair. But yeah, a lot of devs do this on Steam. Actually, dude, it's insane how much gets reused. Even on like proper big name titles. It's crazy. It's crazy. The word is reference.
we're going to be implementing some power-ups.
Oh shit, look at that one.
Now, most of these are going to be changes to the existing guns. So we're going to add, for example, 2 bullets, 3 bullets, 4 and 8.
Wow.
And we'll also be introducing a totally different kind of weapon, a
Whoa!
laser.
Holy shit, that's
we
cool.
are also going to be introducing this shield kind of power-up that makes the player invincible for a few seconds. So like I said, these 4 can probably use the existing bullet system. We're just creating more bullets, but the laser will have to be a new object, and we will have...
Yo, Artful, what's up? Econatine, nice to see you. Greetings. You don't even have to follow a tutorial, just get the template on the marketplace, edit it, and you're good to go. Yeah. In the art sector, the easiest way to actually learn is to copy. Eventually, you'll be able to do your own stuff. Yeah. No, of course. It's fantastic. You have to copy other people. And you know what the word is that will come up quite often is you copy and then you innovate. You don't you change. You take an idea and you evolve it. You watch the Monster Hunter movie? Quickly. Verdict. What do you say? Worth watching or nah? My parents watched it, but I didn't get to ask them about it. Chances are they enjoyed it, because they enjoy everything. It was slow. I did see that Justice League is out, for anyone who was interested in that. And you know what I also saw, which like hurts me deep within my soul, is that Justice League is in 4:3 ratio. It's 4 hours worth of 4:3. Ugh. It was slow, but as a movie it was decent. But not as Monster Hunter. It didn't do it justice. Okay. Hey, Silver, what's up, man? Nice to see you. The end is good, but he thought it was pretty dull. Okay. I don't like 4:3. Are you asking me? You liked it, Charlie and Charles? I'm probably going to enjoy it, dude. I'm one of the few people... Well, maybe there are more people. I don't know. Maybe there are more, but I love Mila Jovovich, man. I like what she does. She has her niche. She sticks with it, and to be honest, she kills it. And apparently it's as bad as the 2-hour version, Justice League. I don't know. You don't mean that? You mean why did they do it? Shit, dude. Probably because that's the way his vision needs to be portrayed. I don't know. I was already like kind of skeptical when the trailers came out. You liked her in Fifth Element? I liked everything in Fifth Element. Top 3 movies of all time, Fifth Element for me.
To introduce this invincibility into the player.
Fantastic movie.
So the first thing I'm going to do is just drag in the new sprites.
Okay, I have those sprites here somewhere. I'll bring hers in again. We're not going to change them because that would take too much time. Power-ups. That's not the ones. Effects. No? Is that the ones? Oh yeah, those are the ones. Okay. So... Is this one of them? Oh yeah, okay. Those are the extras. Those aren't going to work, by the way, but I'm going to use them anyway. Because my ships are not the same as hers. So sprites. They're in.
And also a sound effect for the laser.
Oh, laser sound effect. I've got that here too. I'm curious. What does it sound? I'm not going to listen to it. I want to be surprised by it when we launch the game. It's probably a terrible idea. But here we go. Don't play it. Don't play it. I want to be surprised by it. She's already done it, but okay.
There we go. And I'm going to center the power-ups.
Already done.
And that collision mask is going to be fine. Now, the order of the frames that I have right here is actually kind of going to be important because I'm actually going to use these as their kind of power-up indexes. So this one right here in the first frame will be power-up number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So kind of like what we were doing with the factions, creating...
Apparently IMAX movies are 4:3 and he decided he really wanted to make the IMAX experience the best possible. So that's how he shot the movie. Dude, how many people watch IMAX? Like 6 in the entire world? And then the other 17 billion people need to watch 4:3 just because of his damn vision. This guy. This guy. This guy.
An enumerator to represent...
I've only been to the IMAX once and I was like 8 years old, so I don't even know if it's any good.
The neutral, ally, and enemy factions. We're going to be doing a similar thing with the power-ups. Creating an enumerator to represent all of these. Now, the second bit of setup is this sprite right here, and this is what I'm going to draw over the player when they have one of these power-ups. And you can see they kind of correspond to the power-ups. The first frame will be guns that will be added to the ship. 2 guns. 3, 4, 8.
That's fantastic.
Laser and the shield that will go around the player's ship. So these will kind of be stuck onto the existing player ship that we've got.
It's good.
All right, so just make sure it's centered in the middle center and we can get started.
Yes.
So actually, let's just create first the new power-up object so we can wrap our head around what's going to be happening. So I'm going to call this obj power-up. And we're going to assign the sprite to this one. Now, when this gets created, I want it to randomly select one of...
Okay, now I'm assigning the sprite. Okay.
Those frames right here. So one of these 6 frames. And we can do that right here in the create event. So if you want, we can describe this as choose frame. And so, of course, the frame is the image index, and we can use a random function to make it randomly select a frame. And I want it to select a whole number or an integer, so I'm using random range instead of just random range, which is decimals. And let's have a think. So 0, that's the first frame. And then what's going to be the number?
Is it 5?
So we could just plug in 6, or rather 5, because it will go from 0 to 5. We have to remember that the indexes start at 0.
Oh, 5.
But
yes,
if you ever wanted to change that, maybe you've got a power-up sprite that has more frames than that. If we want to do this in a more general way, what we can do is actually get the existing image number. That will return how many frames there are. So this will return 6. There is currently 6 frames. But like I just said, we have to subtract 1 from that. And then that will go from 0 to 5. All right.
Ah, okay.
Now, another thing I want these power-ups to do is I only want them to stick around in the game world for a few seconds. They're basically just going to be created by asteroids and maybe the ships when they get destroyed, but I don't want them to stick around forever. I want it to be kind of challenging to pick these up. So I want...
Yo, you watched someone play Evil Genius 2 and it wasn't as exciting as you'd hoped. Did you hope for something with Evil Genius 2? I feel like with that I had 0 expectations. Nothing. I'm expecting some pretty great things from the Binding of Isaac expansion. Hasn't that been a long time coming? And then there's some other stuff coming this month that if you follow in gaming, you might know about. There was... Today was meant to be the Ashes of Creation Alpha. That was delayed. I don't know when it was delayed to. But at the end of this month... Well, next week exactly is Crash Bandicoot and Monster Hunter Rise. And then at the end of the month, on the 30th, there's actually Disco Elysium's Final Cut. And the Kingdom Hearts series comes to PC. There's a lot of stuff. And a Hearthstone expansion. I don't know how exciting that is, but yeah.
I want them to destroy themselves.
There's a lot of stuff coming out.
After 5 seconds.
Monster Hunter Rise, I'm curious about. I'm not going to play it myself, but I'm curious about it.
So we can use an alarm for this. So I'm just going to use alarm 0, and I can just set this to destroy self.
Destroy power ups.
Instance destroy. All right, and we just have to set that alarm. So like I said, 5 seconds, but we can't just put 5. We have to times that by...
No, this is in create.
Because this number is the number of frames, not the number of seconds. All right. So 5 times 60, that will get us the right number. And now I could keep this white at the moment, but I think that might blend in with the asteroids a bit. So I might just tint.
Is that right? Did I get it?
But I think that might... And...
Alarm equals 0. Why is this giving an error? Oh, this... No? Oh, equals. There's no equals there. Boom. Okay. Gotcha! Dude, the Kingdom Hearts price is insane! And yeah, Disco Elysium being upgraded to voice acted, to fully voice acted is just awesome. Yo, you almost want to try this game thing yourself now? Dude, jokesy. You know what's fantastic news? Is you can actually download a free trial for GameMaker 2. This is the one I'm using right here. 30-day free trial. You can do everything that I'm doing right now for 30 days free of charge. And then they actually give you a discount on it if you want to buy it, if you played the trial. So you could always give it a try. No strings attached, really. Well, the only strings are you might torture yourself by looking at numbers and code for a long time, but that might be fun. You might enjoy that. Yeah, I haven't played Disco Elysium. I own it. It was actually given to me by, you guys remember Professor J, of course. You can't not know Professor J. He gifted it to me a while ago, and he just said, you know, here it is. He said, you will probably play this one day. And I said, yes, I probably will. And he gifted it to me. And yeah, no, there's no ways. If you have a PS4 and 5, Taraxa's absolutely correct. Don't buy it on PC. Kingdom Hearts is so expensive on PC, dude. I don't know what they did with the pricing, but it's insane, even for us. I can buy like, for the entire Kingdom Hearts series, I can buy like 10 AAA games for the same price. They charged way too much for it, dude. Anyway,
now I could keep this white at the moment, but I think that might blend in with the asteroids a bit, so I might just tint it kind of like what we've been doing with the enemies and the allies.
Make it
Now that
green.
we've got a more colorful world, I might make the image blend.
Lime, yeah. That's it, dude. Good vision. That's fantastic.
Lime. So green. Of course, I could just recolor it in the sprite itself, but this allows us to kind of customize it on the fly. And the very last thing I want to do is, like the conventional way to use frames is to make an animation. So right now, regardless of what frame it chooses at the start, it's still going to continue cycling through them and animating.
Yeah, you need to
We
stop
don't
the
actually want
animation.
them to animate. I want it to remain whatever power-up it chooses, because when the player actually collides with a power-up and picks it up, I'm going
That's
to use the
image
frame as the
index.
reference for what power-up to give the player.
God, I
So we
can't
have to
remember
stop
what it
it
was.
animating, so let's set
Oh,
image speed to 0.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
cool. So that is the
I knew it.
power-ups
Totally
set
knew
up.
that.
Now, we still
Totally
have a
knew
bit
that.
of work to do, so we have to set up the collision in the player object to pick up.
Dude, whoa. I just realized that we set up all the power-ups on a single object, and it's allowing one object to be many objects in the game world. Holy shit. I love it. Well, I mean, we have the same with the asteroids, but like, this is like... You assume it helps to have a background in coding? Well, of course. But I don't have a background in coding, or maths, or general intelligence of any sort. So I'm coming into this with a literal blank slate, and I'm doing all right. It just helps to be enthusiastic about trying to learn it, I guess.
Power-ups. And I also just wanted to set up the enumerator, like I said, to index the frames, because while we can kind of remember which one's which, you might not remember what like frame 5 is. So let's go ahead, go to game object.
OBJ game? Dude, it's been a while since
Because we
we've been
don't
there.
want this enumerator.
It's been a while since we've been in OBJ game. Yeah, listen, also, Jokesy, I started on GML, and I'm starting on the coding. I personally have zero experience with any of it. I started fresh. Drag and drop, you know, the drag and drop option to me is cool. They allow you to like drag and drop chunks of code, so you don't need to understand the code quite as well. But I feel like it depends on how serious you are about it. And that's what chat convinced me, was that if you're serious about it, then you're going to have to learn the code eventually. And there's a lot of tutorials for it on the internet. There are a lot of people who are awesome to teach you. So I feel like if you're serious about it, or if you're serious about giving it a shot, then you can just as well go for the code, is what I'll say. That's how I see it. Okay, so we go into the create event.
Being declared in multiple places, and the game object only gets created once. And let's call this power-ups. Alright, so I'm going to call this 2 bullets, 3 bullets, 4 bullets, star bullets, because it's going to make a kind of star shape as it shoots out, and laser bullets. Or I could just call it laser, whatever you want. And finally, invincible. And you'll see that those correspond to the pictures in the frames. Alright, while we're
I made a mistake here, wait. Oh no, there. It went red. Okay, it stopped. It was waiting for me to keep laser bullets. And then invincible. Hardest word ever to type right there. Is that correct? Yeah.
Game object, I might also just disable the enemy ships, just to give us a little bit more space to practice picking up the power-ups without being interfered with by
Not happening,
the
dude.
enemies.
Not happening. Okay.
All right,
carry
and
on.
now we can head over to...
I'm not going to disable the ships. I'll
player
forget to put them back on. Everyone advises against drag and drop. I'm so glad that the people in my community, because we have a lot of people here who are like aspiring coders, or do it as a job, or do it as a hobby, or whatever. We have a lot of people basically who know about coding and the different languages, and all of them told me just go for the language and learn the code instead of dragging and dropping. Even though drag and dropping, I feel like I'm probably going to use it at some point, even though it can be useful. I think the strength of drag and drop comes from the ability to read from a menu what you want and then drag it in, but then look at the code that you just dragged in and be like, oh, that's the code I need. And then going from there. That's what I think the strength of drag and drop is, but obviously other people might think differently. That's my perspective on it. So I think it's a fantastic thing to have, because you can just turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off. You can switch between them easily.
So we're going to need to set up a collision event with the power-ups. At the moment, this is kind of...
Wait, okay, this is a new collision, but we're going to be on OBJ's ship, right? Yeah, okay.
kind of going to be a unique collision that only the player has. I don't think I would want other allies to be able to pick up the power-ups. Maybe that's something cool that could be done in the future, but for now, this is unique to the player, so it only goes here, not in the faction parents or anything.
I think it would be cool if they could pick it up.
I don't think we need a description. It's fairly self-explanatory. We're colliding with the power-up, and we're going to set what power-up that we're getting. So, let's check. First of all, we need to get what image index the power-up is, because remember that image index is going to perfectly correspond to the power-ups in the enumerator. So
it depends on the drag and drop system. Blueprint is 100% coding. You learn the same concepts. Yeah, drag and drop is a little bit different because it seems to use code that doesn't always work as well. Don't use D&D as one of the 15 commandments of GameMaker. Pixelated Pope, dude. I watched that video in bed the other night. I have him as my link here. The people I have as like people, let's say, that have good tutorials is Sean Spalding. I have this Tom Francis series. I have Code Workshop, Heartbeast, Driftwood, and Slydar, along with Pixelated Pope. And those are the ones that currently I'm looking at. If you guys have any other suggestions, I'd love to hear it, because I'm trying to find more people and more good, let's say, creators to check out. I did watch it though. I did watch it, so
I'm going to save its image index.
I'm going to watch it again. True.
Called power up type. I know that once we've collided with the power up, we can destroy it. And depending on what the power up type is, we want to do different things. I'm going to be altering the player's guns. So in the case, for example, that it's equal to power-ups dot...
Whoa. I've got a mistake here somewhere. But I know not what it is. Oh, I need a reference for it. Okay. Okay, switch.
Dot invincible, we know that we want to set the player to be invincible. And then in all the other cases, in fact, I might just set this as a default, so otherwise, we're going to change the player's guns. So with this one, we might set up some new variables in the player. So I'm going to set up guns equals, I'll just set
Stop!
this to
Oh my god, she's going too fast. Okay. Yeah, I've got Heartbeast on. I said Heartbeast. He's on my list. He does a lot of Godot. I called it Godot, but Godot, whatever. He does a lot of those videos, but he has some really good GML videos as well.
Set up some new variables.
Really good ones.
The player's guns.
So default, and then it's like break. Yeah.
So with this one, we might set up some new variables in the player. So I'm going to set up guns equals, I'll just set this to -1 at the moment to mean we don't have any special guns selected, and invincible is going to be false. So we can come back here now and we can set invincible to be true when this happens, and in the case when this happens, invincible,
she's going too fast, hold on,
is going to be false. So we can come back here now and we can set invincible to be true when this happens.
Okay, I see what she did. Guns is only referenced once. Yeah, okay. So we've got that. Then she's going back into power up. And then she's making invincible. Like so.
Happens, and in the case of this, let's set the guns to whatever the power up type is. Because that is the type of guns that we want to be creating over here in the create bullet.
Okay.
Now, one last...
Jeez, it's complex, but I understand all the different links that she's making, but it's complex.
bit of setup before we actually start altering the guns or anything is I want a way for turning this off, for basically resetting the invincible and the guns. I don't want the player to keep the power-ups forever. That might be something cool again. It might be a way that the player actually picks up and modifies their ship, but I'm going to just make a timer where these will only last for a number of seconds. And I do want these to be separate. I want the player to be able to be invincible while having a gun power up as well. So I'm going to separate these. I'll set 2 different alarms to reset these variables back to false or back to their defaults. So
it is alarms. I thought it was timers, but she said timers, but
let's make alarm 0. Reset guns, where we can just set guns back to -1. And by the way, I've chosen -1 just to be the default because 0 is actually the first entry in
of the power ups.
So 0 corresponds to...
So she's putting it on -1 because -1 is nothing. It doesn't exist.
2 bullets, so we do need something that's not a number from 0 or an integer starting from 0
to 5.
So that's why I've chosen -1. And
then alarm.
Invincible, reset. Invincible equals false. Okay, so in here we also just need to set the alarms. So you can set these to, whoops, wrong one, whatever you want. I might make the invincible last a bit longer than the...
Okay, now we're going back to power-ups. Now she's putting invincible, alarm... 1 equals...
Guns will, so I'm going to say 8 seconds. And the guns will last, let's do 5.
I understand this, but damn, man. Having to, like, at some point, if I'm going to have to recreate this stuff, I'll immediately have to open up these things and, like, re-look at all of this code and stuff. Because this is complex for me. I agree with the great duckiness. In general, I think that it's fine. Not fine, like, I think it's good to use both, because I think even using drag and drop can be a great learning tool. Like I said, you can drop it there, you can look at the code, and it's a learning experience. You can be like, oh shit, you know, I want to do this right now, but I don't know how. You can go and drag and drop, you can like there it is. Drag it in, drop it, you look at the code, and you're like, oh my god, it was so simple all along. And sure, they might do it in a different way, but either way, you're learning a way to do it.
Alright,
if it works.
Now, let's just do the invincible mechanic first, because we kind of have all of the architecture set up already. So, in the collisions, all we have to do, and we even left a comment here last time, is check if we're currently invincible. So we could just say exit, which means we're not going to actually destroy ourselves or take any damage. Later on, we could change this to change health or something, but this was the code that we had set for taking damage. So we're going to negate that if we're invincible. And the other thing that we will want to modify is our collisions with other objects.
That's such a pointless one. Okay, object faction.
So right now, if we were colliding with something that's not part of our faction, we were damaging the player's ship. So in here as well, I'm going to add another if check. So if, in fact, I can say else if we are invincible, then what I actually might do is hurt the other ship that we're colliding with. So the invincibility is kind of acting as a weapon for the player. So when they collide now with asteroids and enemy ships while being invincible, we're going to damage the other ships. So let's go with other, so with whoever we're colliding with. And we already know that can't be
HP
a member
damage
of our faction because we're exiting right here. In this case, let's get them to perform, in fact, it's going to be the same as this, their take damage scripts. And then afterwards we can just exit, we don't want to perform this. Alright, so for a test, how about we put in an...
Oh shit, slow down, woman. It's EV other, this is the take damage event. EV other EV user 1. That's it. Okay.
Alright, I understand. So for a test, how about we put in an OBJ power-up right into the room. In a second, we might just get it to spawn from asteroids, but I just want to test that this will work. And I'm going to, so that I can test this one, come back to the power-up object and just overwrite this and say, set it to the invincible one.
No! Oh my god, she's doing all sorts. Now she's... No! Stop. I'm gonna try it like this and we'll see what happens, okay? Oh, wait. Okay, she wants to... Okay, fine. Okay, she has to... We have to do it like this. So, on power-up, we have to do it like this. Because on power-ups, she's... If it isn't invincible, we're gonna have to play the game for a bunch to wait. I understand. So she's making sure the first one that spawns is the invincible.
Right, so it's going to overwrite that one. We know it will be invincible. Let's run the game. Give that a test. There we go.
Please work. Yes. Didn't do anything.
So it is appearing lime like we want, and it is appearing as the invincible. And I forgot that we had set the alarm, but it's good that the alarm is working. Let me just rerun that. Alright, so we got the invincible. Let's see if we can quickly find an asteroid.
Oh, it's just not visually updating. Okay, wait, let's see if it actually works. Hold on. Let's see. Oh shit, dude, that's so powerful! It's working.
There we go, so cool. We are not dying when we collide into an asteroid.
Okay. Now we just need to set up the visual.
But it's not clear right now when we are invincible or not, so let's overlay the invincibility sprite that I'd created. So this one right here, I said that I wanted to draw these over the top of the player if we currently had any of those. So let's go to the ship. Let's come over to the draw event. So we're going to add a new event.
Okay, so ship.
Draw, and we're going to change the way the player is currently drawing itself.
This is cool.
By default, if we wanted to keep normal drawing behavior, we put draw self.
So we're gonna say to change the style of the ship based on power.
Then the player will draw itself normally, and we also want to draw something on top of the player now. So if it has guns, then we want to draw the guns, and if it's invincible, then I want to draw the invincibility. So I need to check if guns does not equal -1, then we're going to draw a sprite over the top. The sprite that we're going to draw is called SPR ship power-ups. Now, the sub image, so the frame, is going to be whatever guns is equal to, because again, we know that it kind of corresponds to the frame. I've laid everything out using the exact same order. The same order as in the enumerator. Right,
so it's going to be 6.
So we know which one to draw over the top.
Well, it'd be 5.
Play up. So we can put in guns, and we want to draw it at the X and Y of the player. Now, it is important to note that this function right here doesn't draw a sprite with scale or blending or the rotation.
Yo, great duckiness, dude. Thank you so much. Thanks for dropping in. Thanks for the follow. Go well. Go well.
Unless we tell it to. So if we want it to rotate in the same way that the player is rotating, we actually have to use an extended version of this function.
Oh, shit.
And we have to plug in all of these arguments. So let's put in the image X scale of the player, image Y scale.
Oh, no. Oh, wow. Okay. Rotation, COL, and then alpha.
The angle for the rotation, the blend. So now it should also draw the guns to be the same blend of the player, so that should be aqua. And finally, the alpha, image alpha. So these are all the kind of default settings. It's going to match whatever the player currently is.
That's a long ass line of code.
Invincible, except we're checking if invincible. So if this is true, then we will draw the power-ups again, but we don't want guns. We actually know that we just want to draw the invincible power.
Insane.
Power up. So I can use the enumerator for this.
Oh.
Just like that. So let's give that a test. We can't.
I feel like I've made a mistake. Okay, if ever there's gonna be a mistake that was made, this is the place right here. This is the place. Let's see if it works. Hold on, this music has just stopped. Wow, we've made our way through the entirety of the Starbound soundtrack. Fantastic. It works! It works. Let's see if it goes away. I need to obviously change it a bit. That's it, because it's not... Oh, it's gone! Are we dying now? We died. Oh my god, that's fantastic. There's music. I'm sorry, it's a bit soft. There wasn't. Can you hear it now? It was really soft. That's why I said for the last 10 minutes or so, there was no music. It was like... Starbound has like 2 or 3 tracks where it's literally just like this weird humming in the background. That Lupin, oof. What Lupin? You mean the warping across the screen? I have to change the sprite quickly. I transitioned into a wall of death and I had no way of knowing. Well, you do know, because you can see the edge coming, because the camera stops moving. So, ship sprite. Here's how we're gonna do it. The cat is here! What? I didn't know the cat was here! Why is the cat here? Oh shit. Oh my god. Okay. Cursed cat. How do I know where the center is? Grid. Oh, yeah. That doesn't really help, dude. Can I show you the janky-ass version that I would use to do it? Oh, I guess this is fine, actually. It actually fills up, it fills up the entire frame. My janky-ass version would be putting a block in every corner. Would it help if you set it to an even grid instead of an odd one? You what? You what? XY coordinates. Artful, you genius. There we go. Okay, so 24 by 24 is half of 48, 48. There it is. So the reason I wanted this was I wanted to quickly just do my version of the shield, okay? And it's going to be a simplistic affair. I want mine to be inspired, different. And it's going to be a... Let's change the color. The blend is going to be picked up by the... What color would it be? I see shields as like a blue color. It doesn't have to be too precise. If I make mistakes, it's okay. Yo, did I see the coding bundle on Humble? I did. Shall I open it quickly and we can look at it together and you guys can tell me what you think? I have no idea what it is. I just know it looks like a lot of valuable stuff. I did see it. It's over here. Intro to Code Bundle. With this brand new bundle, you'll master the world's popular languages by building real portfolio-ready projects, from building games in popular styles, including RPGs, strategy games, idle games, and more, to web development, mobile apps, data science, and machine learning. The skills you learn can be expanded upon to form strong foundations for your future projects. Plus, you'll purchase, will support, donor choose, Khan Academy, and Cure Cancer. Okay. I don't know. I might buy it just because, but I probably won't buy the most expensive one just because. So they've got C# foundations, web development, Python, 3D game in Unity, Unreal Game Dev, idle clicker. It's all Zenva stuff. I don't know what all this is, but then down here, it seems to all be Zenva. There's mobile games. I'll link it, and you guys can look at it if you want. And you can tell me if you think it's good. The top tier costs... and there's some good Godot ones here as well. The top tier is $25. I think it looks okay. But I don't know, like... I don't know anything about it. That's kind of sick. And now I have to just erase the ship. So... Oh, I guess I could just take this. Almost. Yeah. Awesome. Unless you buy it or know someone who has, it's hit or miss. This Unreal and Godot. I don't see GameMaker, most of it's Unity. If you want Unity eventually, and you want more tutorials, it might be worth it. Zenva is hit or miss in your experience, but your experience is very limited. What even is it? I don't know. It's just an online tutorial. I don't know. Okay, we're done.
Can't test the guns yet, but we should be able to see the invincible come up. There.
Okay, let's check ours out. It's like Udemy. I've heard good things about Udemy. Oh shit, why is that so off? It's not centered at all. So that basically what it is that my sprite wasn't centered is what we say in here. My ship sprite wasn't centered, but it's fine. I know what to do. It goes back to the edge like this. Try it now. There you go. It seems to need to go one. Let me look at this. Stop, please. Stop. I think it needs to go one to the left. Wait. Let me try it again. That shield's hard to see. Okay. That's good input. No, it's right. The positioning's right. I'll make it easier to see. Different color from the ship. Oh, maybe the color is just wrong. Is what you're saying? Okay. This is fantastic. This is fantastic. Hello? Stop. I know what I'm doing. How do I change the colors? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sorry, I lied. I know I can do it. No, I like the color. It's fine. Let's change it. The color is not the problem. I like blue. It's like shield static, you know, like not shield static, but like a shimmer. It's like a shimmer. I put a bit more in. Don't you come here. I'm making my game look realistic. It's a realistic space rock shooter. It should be animated. You're right, but I can't do that. We have a tight schedule and a limited budget in us, but you are correct. If I could do 2 frames with it, that would be fantastic. It looks like it's some fuzz stuck to me. Maybe there is a fuzz stuck to me. Hello? I think it looks nice. It's some shit stuck on my ship. Space goo? Okay, wait. So, okay, you with Olpet, make a big blue transparent ball over the ship. Yeah, okay, let's try that. Sure. I'm okay with that. How do I make this brush bigger? Ellipse tool. What is the onion skin in? Toggle the onion skin in. Yo. Okay, stop. Okay. Clearly we are not going to fix the other ones as well. This is all a bad idea. But it's whatever. Don't do that, just turn the alpha. Madman! Absolutely correct, Taraxa. Bonus brownie points for you, my dudo. Just turn the alpha down. How do I do that again? It's on, because it's on a specific one. So on power-ups, it's just on this one that I want to turn the alpha down. How do I turn just the one's alpha down? You are correct. I know how to turn the entire thing's alpha down, but I don't know how to turn just one frame's alpha down. No, I'm not going to buy the Humble Bundle. It doesn't have anything for GameMaker, so I'm sticking with GameMaker for now. That's the reason I'm probably not going to get it. Sam, the guns on my ship are purely ornamental. Okay, we're going back with my original idea. Original idea. Shit. No, this is just not gonna work. None of this is gonna work. I hate it all. It's because my ship is too long. Let me fix it. I know how to fix this, dude. Yeah, the power-ups are a bigger size, aren't they? I don't know what sizes these are. So my ship's sprite size is 32 by 32. Oh, and the power-ups are 48 by 48. Yeah. That's right. But her ship is the same. I don't know what she did, but it's the same. Dude, I didn't change anything. Like, I just followed her tutorial, you know? Let's try this. You blame the cat? Same. I mean, I could be sort of like smart about it and make it look sort of cool, just for cool's sake. I know it's not gonna make sense, but I can make it look cool for cool's sake, and that might be fun. But let's check quickly. So I personally think this is going to look cool. I'm going with this. I don't care what you guys say, I'm going with this. Because I don't want to spend all night working on a pixel perfect shield. Okay, carry on, lady. Speak to me.
There we go. All right.
The wrapping is weird. It's a choice. It's a mechanical choice. She chose it.
Perfect.
All power to bow shields? Yeah. I was just talking about the bow and the stern of a ship with Lillian today.
Now,
just talking about it today.
As you can see, it's a little sudden when the invincibility gets turned off. We can't really judge. We, the player, can't judge when we're kind of running out of time. So
why don't I make the shield sprite 32 by 32?
I might modify one of these arguments. I might just do this over multiple lines so we can see what we're doing.
Where is she?
So right
I will
now,
do it. I will do stuff like that on my
function,
own project. We're on
drawing it at the same alpha.
What number is she on? Is this OBJ game?
Kind of running out of time. So I might modify
We're on OBJ's ship.
by
Draw.
one of these arguments. I might just do this over multiple lines so we can see what we're doing. So right
Oh my god. Okay. Okay.
now, according to this function, we're drawing it at the same alpha as the player, but what I might do is get it to fade when we have 1 second left. And we actually already do have a kind of counter variable set up that we can access to know how much time we've got left. And that is the alarm. So remember, we set the alarm to go off after 8 seconds. We can
Why is it not showing here like hers?
actually check what alarm 1
Important.
is currently equal to by using this right here. So, I'm going to declare a temporary variable.
Okay, wait, where are we at right now? She... Oh shit, I'm missing something here. Or did she just put it in there? Hold on.
So, we can actually check what alarm 1 is currently equal
Hold
to
on.
by using this right here. So,
If invincible... Oh my god, I don't have the... Dude, that's so close. I almost missed this. How is my code working? I don't get it.
I'm going to declare a temporary variable. And we're going to use this in place of image alpha. Now, what I want it to do is basically be 1 for the first 7 seconds, and then basically when alarm 1 is 60 or less, right? Because that is 1.
Needs to be 3, disk, and then description. Oh, not just the description, apparently. Oh, okay. Single line ifs don't require the brackets. Oh, okay, but then she must have added those sneakily
1
because...
second. So when this value is less than 60, I want alpha to get lower. So what I can do is use a couple handy math functions. So
Oh, no.
I'm going to use the minimum of 1 or alarm 1 over 60. Because 1 is maximum alpha, that's no transparency, it's fully opaque. And then once this gets to below 60, that will be lower than 1. So it will start using this value right here, and it's going to get closer and closer to 0. So we're going to slowly fade out. So if we test that again.
Okay, I understand the... Oh. Did I just... I think it was open already. Hold on. I think I understand what she's doing, but shit, it's still complex code. And yes, this does look like it's just shielding the front of the ship, but I mean, that's fine. Like I said, it doesn't make sense, is what I said. It didn't work.
And just move around for a bit. So you can see
Hers worked. Okay, where's my mistake?
there it's slowly faded out, so it gave us more time to kind of know that we were running out of invincibility, and it gives the player some time to react and not try and smash into.
If invincible, open brackets, var alpha equals min, comma, alarm 1 divided by 60. My code is perfect. Why is it not working? No, there's no error. No, there's no error. It just didn't work. Oh, wait, there's an error. Oh, shit, right. Alpha's only... Oh. Alpha's only referenced one. Oh, I missed something. Where did I not put alpha in? Oh, at the bottom there. Image alpha. Oh. Oh, here. This she changed to alpha. Is that right? Let's try this. Yes, you're right. I declared it, but didn't do anything with it. I like my shield. It's humble. It's working. Cool, dude. That's actually kind of fantastic. It works.
And then once this gets to below 60, that will be lower than 1. So it will start...
Okay. So it works.
It gave us more time to kind of know that we were running out of invincibility, and it gives the player some time to react and not try and smash into the asteroid.
Hey, Dave, you declaring bankruptcy? Shit, man.
Alright, so that is a really handy tool when you're counting down for things. You might do something similar for the guns, maybe flash or something when they're running out. So, we'll move on and actually code in those gun power-ups in the next tutorial.
Dude, oh, it's so cool. It's so cool. It's so cool. I mean, like, we've got something here that's quite something, you know? It's quite something. I dig it. I think that I'm going to have to fiddle a little bit. I should try and make them flash before I watch her. How do you mean? I should try do the flashing? As in, I should see if I can do it without watching her do it. I wonder how difficult that would be. With one line of code, it's really easy. So right now, I'm doing var alpha min is 1. Let me see. X1, 2, and 3. Hey, this is asking for 3. And I'm only giving it 2, 1, 2, 3. Oh, no, but this is alarm. Okay, so if it's for flashing. What is the alarm 1? Okay, so it's checking when invincible is false. It's the one thing they lack is challenges. Yeah, but shit, sometimes you just don't have the energy for it. But, I mean, I'm gonna look. Where was I? In create? Just try... Which one was I in? Where the hell? What? Draw. It would probably be in here. So, draw sprite. It's this line. I'd have to change this line. Let me see. I mean, I can just fiddle a bit, but she said itself, it's similar to the shield fading. Yes. So, basically, you probably can't do it the way you did with the line of code because you use stuff she hasn't talked about. Oh, okay. But I mean, okay, so if I'm using right now min, this is alarm 1 divided by 60, which is our the frames, right? How would I fiddle this into working? What is alarm 1? It's this alarm right here. Can you assign it a nice variable name? Well, no, but you can assign it a description. And what you can do, Dave, is you can just click on it. So alarm 1. It just... oh, wait. Will it just take me to alarm 1? No, can I take it? It doesn't take me to alarm 1, no. I was going to say, it can just take you there, but there's alarm 1. It's right there. Make a backup before you do. Oh, but am I not going to just use this one line of code right here, Artful? Oh. You mean I can put it, can I put a nicer name in? I can probably put a nicer name in, sure. Yeah, probably. I feel like you could do that if it's a longer term project. So, for this... Make it flash. Okay, wait. I could use a repeat function. Oh my god! I could use a repeat function. For... I just have to remember how repeat works. And I can have the alpha reduce it. I can have the alpha go straight down to 0. In other words, I can speed this up, right? So you're just gonna make it fade really quickly and pop back on, fade really quickly, pop back on, fade really quickly, pop back on, and then you can, from there, it just ends. In other words, it just goes. You could, but perhaps there's a different, more straightforward thing. Well, I don't know what the more straightforward thing is. From what I've learned now. Am I not supposed to be doing this for guns, not shield? Oh, I was going to test it on the guns. I'm not going to do the same thing for the shield, for the guns now. I can't. I mean, it's right here, I suppose, because the guns haven't been implemented yet. So, you saying I must implement the guns myself and try and put the flashing on, not the. I thought you meant I should do it for the shield. If you looked at this a week from now, would you know what alarm 1 is and where it's coming from? Yeah, Dave. So the alarms are, and this, you can maybe correct me if I'm wrong here, but the alarms are literally self-contained in this object. So this is object ship. Alarm 0 and alarm 1 are right here. So it says alarm, and there's the alarm. It's nowhere else in the code. It's just this. You understand? So each object has its own alarms. They don't get referenced. What is it? You're divided by 0. Oh, okay. So I don't know, but what is it? It's an alarm that goes off after 0, which is 60, which is 1 second. So it's an alarm that goes off 1 second after 1 second being no. No, I understand. It's the alarm thing basically. So 60 is your FPS. So after 60 steps, it's called, which is 1 second, the alarm goes off. So alarm divided by 60, the alarm goes off after 60, and then this goes on. It turns off invincibility. I don't know, man. I just got here. I can't tell you. And again, as much as I want to do what you guys are saying, I'm not going to try and figure out how to do the flickering right now. As a code style, it sucks, in your opinion? You're allowed to have criticisms, because you probably know a lot more than I do about this stuff. I don't have criticisms, because I have nothing to compare it to. Is there a simpler way to do it? Like, do the other coding languages have better stuff?